Let's go then. Top 4, half of these players, happy cash. Foggy and Thorzain will go home, stay at home. The other 2 will go to Shanghai and will fight for $60,000. The bracket as it stands. The winner bracket still waiting to be played. Happy versus Cash there in a best of 5. Foggy and Thorzain both making a run through this lower bracket, losing their first round matches to Happy and Johnny Cage respectively. Thorzain eliminating Please and eliminating Johnny Cage. Then Foggy eliminating the MTW player Enter and eliminating the MTW player Hawk. Now he's facing the Soviet War elite player and former EG player Thorzain. The picks and bans. Concealed Hills and Twisted Out for the Swede. Foggy doesn't want to play Terranar Stand and Echo Owls, so no faith in the Warden as it seems. Thorzain with the first pick. That's Northern Isles. And that's where we go right here for map number 1.
Alright, the next Night Elf versus Human matchup here for Foggy, having to play this quite a bit in this qualifier. Yesterday, looking to struggle against Johnny Cage, but what we just saw against Hawk, that looked so solid, so impressive. If I was Thorzain watching that game, I would feel perhaps a little afraid. How is he going to play this differently? How is he going to approach this his own way? How is he going to try to handle Foggy here? We can see it's a bit of a different opening build, something that is certainly a relic nowadays. It's a power build on the altar.
He loves this. We've seen it yesterday from him as well, right?
Did we?
I think so. I think like twice or 3 times that I've seen Thorzain with a power build.
Okay. If he goes for the natural creep, this could actually work out beautifully. It's not the superpower build that we were used to seeing back in the day on Twisted Meadows. It's just a bit of a power build. So his hero is around, I don't know, 20 seconds or so faster. If with that he can creep the natural and finishes the entire camp, starts setting up the tower before the keeper makes it there, dude, this could actually be an outstanding build. Let's see if he goes for that.
Okay. We have Foggy scouting with that Wisp, maybe even pulling the creeps already. Archmage is about to pop out. Here we see the difference. It is actually like 1/8 of this hero that he's faster. Thank you, Indy Picard, for the 20-month resub. And creeping
summoning
starts.
the first Watch Elemental early here. Oh, and the Wisp! The Wisp pulled the creeps, actually.
Yeah.
That's a cool move as well.
Suggested. So he has to pull them again. Foggy is ready for the detonate against the Water Elemental and Archmage. No slow, no boulder, but damage on this Water Elemental.
I like the early first Elemental, so he has the second one right away once the creep camp begins. The Keeper walking over, not walking into the laboratory, which we've seen sometimes before. No mana item here for him. Not as lucky as it was earlier against Hawk. So, still seems to be coming in here in time. The big rock golem still up for grabs. Thorzain claims it, and the boots for him.
Nice. Good to walk away from this keeper. Who's coming in for the early aggression? Thorzain abandons the idea of an expansion as it seems. Not teching yet, so maybe just temporary once he deals with this keeper. Only now killing the Ogre Warrior. Goes to Thorzain though. But again, Foggy getting the kills. They've met each other once, actually. The MTW Legendary Cup qualifier number 2, the grand final. That was a 3-1 for Foggy in the end, with wins on CH, LR, and Northern Isles. Thorzain winning the map Terranar Stand, which is vetoed today.
There's going to be enough lumber in a moment for Thorzain to set up this expansion, but once again, it's looking like quite the delay, and more peasants are dying. Keeper though, low HP already. With these boots, it's not that hard to zone the first Keeper of the Night Elf. And of course, Foggy has started the tech a little while ago. Is he going to go for the counter expansion once again? This is what we did earlier when he was going up against Hawk.
Foggy killing the Flesh Eater first. That makes Remo always very happy. So no cannibalism right there. Going 2 worker on the Town Hall, 1 worker on the tower to deal with the Treant defense. Pulling more now. This is certainly late. Foggy's tech at 40%, not forgetting about the Moonwells. Keeper already low on mana though.
Oh, Foggy brought the dust. Didn't forget about that one. Gets the Archer. Does get denied, but Archer's still dead. And slows down the keeper here. This is pretty cool. I like this. Not going for his own level 3 would be nice as well, of course, but if you can slow down the keeper's level 3, that's going to be much preferable. Footies once again coming in for the block. And the expansion, peasants are safe. Arcane Tower is coming up in the main and at the expansion, not cutting corners over here. And with the boots, he's continuously chasing down this keeper.
Yeah, he will not allow creep camps to happen. Foggy again using Treants. Only 2, as he is still on level 2. Expansion coming for him.
I like what Thorzain's doing here, though. This is looking good.
Yeah, I agree. So far, so good. Expansion by Foggy, but look what this Water Elemental is doing. It's nighttime, but it's not expiring first. He has another Water Elemental. This is a kill.
That's such a big deal. That is such a big deal. If it costs him a TP, easily worth it. Repairing the Arcane Tower here would be the dream. A little slow with the repair from the peasants. Oh, if he loses this one, this is quite the mistake by Thorzain. And looks like he will. But at least he drained all the mana already and got rid of all the treants.
Yeah, the arch is bringing the damage there. But paying the price of a tower for an expansion is absolutely worth it.
Yeah, that tower was a great investment. Also kept all the peasants alive, and as I said, killed all the treants, drained all the mana. This is fine. Only thing Thorzain is lacking is the tech, and from that he's still far away. Really low on number at the moment.
Of course, we saw the Alchemist. That means Foggy has arrived on tier 2. Thorzain going more towers now, but he's also far away from level 3. That means not too much mana, not the strongest water elementals. Defend now helps a lot in the defense, and I would think Thorzain will definitely go for mortar teams, so holding on is the one thing he needs to do. Poison Ivy, Archmage runs this off and should be
safe. How different does this game look with the keeper being level 2 only? He might be able to get the TP in the end. No! AM once again walks it off with the boots, but is now in dire need of a shop.
He is building one in the main. I thought for a second the Alchemist was reaching around, but no.
And the footies still dealing with the archers. Yes, a few of them might be dying. But with defend, they are holding on fairly well. And now the tech begins for Thorzain. Expansion for Foggy, still not up.
At 60%, and he has to creep and to walk over there. But Thorzain is losing quite a bunch of footmen here. They are supposed to die. They are the disposable forks of Warcraft 3. They are buying time. Archmage only at 200 HP. No mana to work with anymore, though. Nice deny. Keeping him further away from level 3. But now the Archmage has to run. With boots, of course, doable. The second tower dies.
These boots, how good were they for him in this game already?
Might be one of the best items in the game, actually.
Absolutely is, dude. Absolutely is. New region scroll here for the AM, healing up a little bit more. And yes, all the footies did die, but still didn't give the keeper level 3 and drained basically all the mana from the Night Elf heroes. Tree of Eternity, Tree of Life, excuse me, done now. Once again, we have a tier 3 rush by Foggy before the lowers, wants to get to the MGs here as quickly as he can. But this is all not as smooth as it was earlier against Hawk.
I agree.
A player's forces are under attack.
A little bit more experience now for the AM, getting closer to his level 3. Tier 2 suddenly almost done. We have reinforced defenses coming in. Blacksmith is ready as well. We have the first attack upgrades coming. Nice Sim City at the expansion. A bit of tower defense as well. I think Thorzain is in a decent position here.
Alright. Whew. For how long is the question. I'm tinkering with our new tool, since this is not starting, not doing what I want at the moment.
Thank you very much, Indie Picard, for the 20 months. Go Happy, he says. It's going to be the next match after our best of 3 here. Happy versus Cash, best of 5 in the winner bracket for our first player to punch the ticket to Shanghai. AM wants to go for the Entangled cancel. He's got the level 2 Water Elementals, might be able to do this. Could cost him a TP though if he sticks around. That would be a little expensive. And even with the Entangle here coming in from the Keeper of the Grove, seems like the Entangled will not be getting cancelled. This is always the difficult position for the human before the tier 2 stuff is done. Like, where do you go? How are you effective? He doesn't really want to creep all the camps around his main because the MK, of course, requires some experience as well. And he's waiting for that MK second hero. And going double Sanctum as well, just as Hawk did earlier.
How many last hits did Thorzain get on his own units? He denied, like, I don't know, 200 XP or so? That's basically the entire level 1. Tier 3 on the way. With double Sanctum as well, and rifles, and MK, and upgrades on the
Player's forces are under
Footman,
attack.
Breaker, and Knights. Okay.
Oh, wow. Already now? Interesting. Normally we see the second attack upgrade for the rifles always first. Okay, okay. Thorzain into upkeep already. Very quickly. He's gonna lose quite a bit of resources here, but if he gets a sizable army and with that can creep for a second hero, I guess that's worth it. And now gonna contest in the middle. The Book of the Dead, though, still active. Looked like Foggy has a decently strong force. He got the item, which was the Sobi Mask. The Keeper might be forced into a TP here, almost in a surround. But so much stuff here on the field for Foggy.
Staff out on the Alchemist. Cooldown is wearing off. 2 archer kills for Thorzain. And more experience thanks to the Treants.
Yeah. And if these footies die, that's okay. It's only footies. Their time is basically over anyways.
Second barracks. Instead of mortar
Huh.
teams.
So we're gonna go super heavy on knights and rifles then.
Yeah. Just in general, faster production as well, with this little investment into the 4th production building. Mountain Giants for Foggy, of course. Interesting how Foggy against Hawk was rushing these red spots. Not the case here at all. Also no second expansion early. All not possible. But now it's time for it.
Level 2 MK finding the parry up. Not too bad. He's gonna be one of the few frontliners. Well, depending on how many knights will be made. No knights just yet. Tier 3 not quite done. Paladin will be coming later on as well, of course. Thorzain really wants the level 4 on the AM. Oh, but a Creepjack might be inbound. Foggy around the corner. But he's got 3 archers, 1 MG. This isn't really the strongest army that we've ever seen.
Trying
In
to
fact,
go
it's
for
gonna
a
have to be Foggy here to TP out.
Another nuke on the Alchemist. Doesn't do too much. But this means Foggy is far away from the next creep spot. But if he gets the Scorpions here and the blue Drake in the bottom, that TP, I guess it's worth it. Thorzain not deciding to push. Waiting for
I really
the
like
tier
the
3
sentry
to
ward
finish.
up there as well for Thorzain. He's gonna see a Tree of Life as one is being set up there.
A player's forces are
Master
How
Train-
different a game can look, right?
Yeah.
Depending on how many militia kills or peasant
Yeah,
kills are done
yeah,
early.
absolutely.
I think this slight power build on the altar could be a thing of the future. It's looking really good.
Remo is the far sight. Yeah, Thorzain has these brilliant ideas and is expanding again. Without taking this creep spot. Oh, Foggy wanted to scout, is being sniped.
Does the MK have clap level 2, by the way?
a player's
Nope,
forces are
Stormbolt
under
2.
attack.
Okay.
Foggy got... Oh, leaves the parrot on the ground. And no TP. Time for Thorzain to do some damage. Ooh, but big acid bomb.
Oh, yes. But this might all just be distraction for the expansion in the top left, remember. This isn't really the super strong tier 3 human yet. Not at all, honestly. Paladin still isn't there. Inner Fire still isn't there. We still don't have any knights. But Thorzain's trying to do as much as he can here. If he can trade out footies for other units, it's going to be magnificent for him. But Mountain Giant's not really killable with this force.
Paladin at Knights joining the fray. Nice taunt to stop the movement for a bit. Next acid bomb. This could be a lot of kills for Foggy. Stormbolt trying to... Oh, it's not actually countering this. Thorzain is
Thorzain gonna
losing
try
quite a
to
bit.
fight now in this bottleneck. Is that the right call?
He's getting the knight in the back. He was out of position. Trying to chew through this mountain giant, but with heal spray and this only 70 supply army, in quotes, this looking rough. And this paladin will so die. One last holy light, but that's about it. And that means no staff.
Yeah, I think Thorzain's just fighting a little bit too early here.
Yeah, no inner fire yet. Wait, oh, master training is done. He could go for it. ignoring the Mountain Giants now, aiming for the backline archers with marksmanship. But the trade for Foggy was really good. Double level 4 now.
There's another Dispel against the Entangle. And now we have this Inner Fire starting to come in. And here you can see the archers. They are dying pretty quickly. Ignore the MGs is the name of the game. TP being transferred to the MK in case he needs to use it to get out of there. I think Thorzain may have to use it here to save his vulnerable casters.
Yeah, TP on the Mountain King now getting out with one more loss. And the Expo is up, but Foggy saw it, sends Treants in immediately.
I don't know that he can hold this. Is he gonna try to? AM still not level 4, that's a big missing level. Paladin not level 2 yet. Paladin 0 experience actually. And now, so much damage towards the expansion with the Treants, with the MGs, but Thorzain is coming for the defense.
Okay, more gold invested. Again, aiming for these archers. Without them, there's certainly a lack of damage in Foggy's army as he's still 0-1. And he can deal with the Treants, but it's not. No Dispel against them. Mountain Giants with Seed Sticks. He wants the second gold mine gone, but he has to deal with the army first. Thorzain dropping to 72 supply with detonates. Heavy against casters and heroes. And I guess the Mountain Giants are doing it. Knights are falling. 2 more about to die. Paladin is coming in with his staff and maybe a Holy Light for the second save. It's ready in a bit.
And the Roar now, so much more damage and everything. Quick Dispel actually, even Rejuvenation though for these MGs. How are you supposed to fight through them? There's not enough damage here. These Knights aren't high enough in number and not strong enough upgraded perhaps just yet. And the Archmage, he did bring a TP to get out by the way. But the Paladin won't be getting
Paladin.
out.
Staffs again, but that's about it. Does he have another Entangle? No, out of mana. Whoa, but that was a fantastic trade for Foggy. He can just leave one Mountain Giant behind and kill that Expo now. TP.
Yeah, it's 2 TPs used here in quick succession. 700 gold. And in the end, it's still gonna be the expansion falling. Ouch. AM needs level 4. It's long overdue.
Yeah.
He's basically there now. But he needed that earlier. And I still think you want to go to 80 supply. Like, go on 2 bases, then go 80 supply, and then expand. I think that's the way to play this.
Tend to agree. Still no workshop as well. This is the most expensive Paladin of all times for the value he provides. Just basically doing nothing but dying.
A player's forces are under attack.
How's Foggy's upgrade situation? Going upgrades on the archers now.
Big level ups now though for Thorzain. Level 4 AM, there we go, finally.
Great
Could get
mana.
level 2 Paladin as well. Could get level 4 MK. These are all really big deals.
He's actually not getting level 4. Foggy's getting the next red spot, as he did against Hawk. Chance to be a great item, pretty high. Upgrades for Thorzain. 2-1. And Creepjack, but only 70 food. And only 1-0 on the rifles.
I think Thorzain should just let this go. Creep the lab if you can. Creep the green camp and go to 80. Thorzain, go to 80 supply.
A player's forces
Knight
are
stuck in the main. Oh, that's annoying. Hopefully he realizes gonna have to cut a tree down over here.
I like the one person in the upper left making sure there's no Tree of Life coming. Or when it's coming, you can punish this immediately. Clap to speed up this creep. He needs to because Foggy is flanking in. Level 2 for the Paladin. And still not level 4 for this Mountain King. He lacks Clap 2 so hard.
There's one green camp left, right next to his main. That should be level 4 for him if he solo creeps it. Is he gonna realize about this knight though? Ooh. 2-2 knight is a very strong unit. Doesn't see it yet.
And he is getting the 2-2 upgrade. In the meantime, Foggy is healing everything back up. Close to 5 Alchemist, 5 Keeper. Treants will deal with this peasant now. This annoying scout peasant. Inventories. No TP for Foggy. Zeppelin now. Staff. Own. Oh, yeah. Once again with a double staff. And an invul. Tome of Retraining for Blizzard now. At least it's going to get him some damage. Double staff for Thorzain as well. Open battlefield. Is that the right thing to do?
One's Evolution also coming out on the MGs to soak up quite a bit of damage. But now here with the Inner Fire. The drop from the Zeppelin! The Wisps! The Detonate drops!
An unbelievable play by Foggy, getting rid of all the mana immediately. How to dispel now, how to inner fire now, how to heal now, how to do anything now. The Mountain King is kind of safe as he was in the front line with the big mana potion still to use, but this is just retreat for Thorzain.
He may have to TP out of this staff. There's another Holy Light ready. Double staff. Saving 2 knights right there. And Thorzain wants to keep on fighting. That's a big blizzard right there, but still no level 2 clap.
He's also not getting rid of this bear too quickly. Now switching the focus, and now there's the staff ready. Either this mountain giant or the bear will be saved, or both. Holy Light gets rid of that damage right here. Foggy with an expansion in the bottom right. 3 gold mines for him. And still 78 supply, but Thorzain at 80 as well. TP out now with how many losses? 0.
Okay. Lots of damage dealt there in the middle, but barely anything dying, really. Come on, Thorzain, please creep this green cap, man. Level 2 clap, it's really good. I promised you.
He skilled the Divine Shield, by the way, on the Paladin, not Devotion Aura. So we won't see the super heavy armor knights. Thorzain is getting ready for the defense with 2 towers. 1 level of masonry. Foggy with shop control. With a heal scroll this time. Upgrades still 0-1, 2-0 on the archers. I like that he always finds damage on this backline of archers. Then can never really still stand with the Mountain King so close to them. Foggy 93 supply.
A player's forces are under attack.
And lack of inner fire for sure. Acid Bomb finds him. He has the wisps again. Thorzain is not sniping them again. And he's detonating all the mana again. Counter to this blizzard. Once more with Entangle. The Keeper. Is this Hail Mary time already? Reju, not dispelled. Keeper is safe with this. But the Alchemist is not. The Alchemist is actually dying. There was a staff ready, but can't go for it. And now Foggy's in trouble. Without the Acid Bomb, there's much more sustain in the Swedish army. And he has to take care of these archers. This is like 10 supply about to die. And Foggy is TPing out with a Tavern Revive. Thorzain, you madman. Basically fighting without mana. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Inner Fire Knights with 3 and 2 on their way to an expansion. Will they see the bottom right? Hawk did not. Thorzain does.
A player's forces are under attack. Town is under siege.
What a game. What a game. Foggy defends portals home. Is there wisps in the Zeppelin? No, there's not. Big blizzard and clap combo. This is 1,000,000 damage raining onto Foggy, who has hurt mountain giants, who has hurt bears. Everything's green at level 3 for the Paladin now. Staffs being used magnificently on Thorzain's side. Clap coming in, heal spray, and TP out for Thorzain. But the main stands, and Remo's back.
Hey, here we go. One of us was lagging there, I guess. Dude, what a fight by Thorzain. Going up against 90 supply, against wisp drops. But these knights are killer, man. 3-2 knights. Double staffs being used so well.
Yeah, you are a little robotic again, so maybe disable video, then should be fine. Or finer. Thorzain going high upkeep. With that, there's big pressure on him to get this expo up, but he's out of gold as well. No tower up. Ooh, dangerous situation. He's pushing and at the same time erecting this expansion. But this is a big Congo line. I don't see him doing anything, while I have quite some faith in these Treants.
There's priests sent over here for a bit of dispel. They're gonna be helping if Thorzain has the overview, but he has to deal with the main attack in the south, in the bottom right as well. And the priests are missing over here now. But lots of mana for these spells to come in. What's gonna be superior, the AoE damage or the AoE healing from the heal spray?
Clap is turning in to be so strong. He's running away from this wisp. Can he clap against that? The AoE is insanely good for that clap. Blizzard, clap, getting rid of the wisps. With that, he saves some mana at least. And the kiting game of Thorzain is really strong. Taunts coming in. Heal Scroll gets everything back up to green. These archers again suffering hard. Heal Scroll used on the Night Elf side as well. Foggy attacking the expansion in the upper right. Cannot allow this to go up. The Clap and Blizzard combo is surreal. 10 supply lead for the Swede.
And the Alchemist almost out of mana. No more heal sprays here soon. Can the heroes do it for Thorzain? Treants coming in to the side, but actually no more mana for the spell here from these priests. But still more mana for Blizzard. Wave after wave coming in.
What a game. What a sick game. Foggy starting to lose Mountain Giants. Alchemist coming back in with the staff. Thorzain saves a lot of knights.
Staffs everywhere.
Scotty on the Enterprise has a busy day at the office, and Thorzain actually getting this expo up. Foggy with the next idea. Pushes it with an AP. Knights are really hurt. He needs healing there.
Not too much army left. The Archmage also super low, by the way. The Clap, Blizzard, though, once again, good damage.
He needs 1 kill for level 5, I think. Roar being casted on these archers. Lots and lots of damage. And the heal spray of the Alchemist, so strong. More priests coming in. How is the mana situation on the Mountain King? Not good anymore. Thorzain is not finding the kills. He's on the receiving end for once.
Yeah, the heal spray. I think the heal spray is doing it here for Foggy. He's even got a mana potion, looking for more kills now. Dispel against that Entangle, but there's more Entangles ready. This knight looks like an easy pick-off right there. With the taunts, with the right clicks. Yep, that one's gone.
Heal spray 3.
Staff him.
Heal spray 3, ladies and gentlemen. Is there a shop for Thorzain here? No, there's not. More wisps, more damage. The tug of war seems to be going in favor of the Ukrainian. Heal spray again. This healing is surreal. One more Stormbolt. Oh, not really doable as the wisp came in. The Mountain King saved to the back. GG, well played. He gives it up. Despite the expansion in the upper right, despite great fights, Foggy holding on and on and on and on. And gets the win in the end. What a sick first match on Northern Isles, as it always is on Northern Isles.
Damn, that was really impressive. That was so close. I think with a bit more patience from Thorzain, go to 80 first, then secure your expansion. Why aren't they playing it more patient? This is something that Foggy continuously does. At one point, it's 2 base versus 2, and then Foggy sets up his expansion number 2, his 3rd base, to have a safer leg into, you know, the later game. Oh man, that was so close. Am I still Robo, by the way?
No, it's fine now. Of course, we don't see your beautiful head now, unfortunately. But I guess audio quality over beauty for once.
Second map gonna be Last Refuge.
Okay, game is up. Thorzain's pick.
And Thorzain also not going mortar teams. Have they just fallen out of favor?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know why they're not played here by Hawk and Thorzain. 2 new subs, by the way. Thank you, Laser Bob, for the 2 month and the Containment Unit for 6 months. Love the stream. Wonderful job, guys. Thank you very much. 3,000 viewers. That is insane to see how much interest there is in the European scene. The winner of this best of 3 is in the top 3. That is, with 1 more map win, Foggy.
Is he going to be able to close it out here? Struggling on the first day. Dropping down to the lower bracket right away, but Foggy is looking really solid here today. His Mountain Giant Rush, his early counter expansion, his early 3rd base, all looking to line up very well against the humans who are struggling against him now.
And the last map would be Amazonia. Foggy is so good on this map, Amazonia. But okay, he has to win, or Thorzain has to win Last Refuge first to force a game 3. He is kind of used to stressful situations. We've seen this in the past of Thorzain. He can deal with it. He doesn't care too much. So Last Refuge, what does it bring us?
It's the same opening build from Thorzain once again, with a slight power build on the altar. Is he gonna go for the instant expansion with this, or is it gonna be for the Merc Camp? Normally, nowadays, we see the Merc Camp crept here, taking out the Rock Golem right away for level 2 and the big item, and of course getting mercenary support. For that reason, LR usually a pretty good human map nowadays, I'd say. You have an answer against the Keeper of the Grove early, and you have an easy early expansion if you want to go for that as well. So I think this is going to be Thorzain's best chance, by far, to take at least a map here off of Foggy. Is Foggy going for anything special? Doesn't look like it just yet. Keeper of the Grove, of course, starting off with a normal creep. Gonna take a little while to get to level 2. No wisps spread out at all just yet, so may not be looking for any kind of early watch elemental, detonate, harass, or anything like that in the early stages.
Alrighty. Last Refuge. Who won it last time? Did they play it actually? Yes, it went to Foggy in their Legendary Cup encounter. Thorzain, is he going for the Merchant to creep the fast level 2 and get the Shadow Priest? That was not possible at all on Northern Isles. And this seems like it. This time, no Wisp around, no early pull. So this should be unpunished. Foggy with Claws. Again, nice early start. High Priest taken out easily with these Militia.
Bit of a mistake there by Thorzain, something we already saw earlier today. Walking with the footy too close to the Murlocs, triggering the aggro here from them. They're not really putting in too much damage, but you know, a little bit. Finding the hilarious bit of accuracy, hell yeah. Once again, a great start here item-wise for Thorzain.
+3 on the Archmage, +2 on the Water Elementals. And rifles, and mortars, and casters. Everything will benefit from it. Thank you, Bobacht, for the 11-month resub. Foggy expanding right away.
And Thorzain going for this little green camp here for the Murlocs. Already a little injured, I suppose. Wisp here continuously scouting things out as well. Keeper of the Grove, what did he find? Claws, very good. Ring, not so good. Later on for the Alchemist is going to be nice, but for the early stages, he's not interested in aggression anyways, as it seems. Continuing to creep, move from camp to get to level 3. But then, probably doesn't even have the greatest kill threat with the Entangle, as, again, there is the Shadow Priest. So wouldn't be too surprised to see him go second point in Treants and just keep on creeping a lot here on LR.
What a different game this is, right? How long did it take Foggy to get to level 3? How long did it take him to get the Expo up? This is all different here. Level 3 basically guaranteed. Expo is already in the works. This is going to be an entirely different game. And I like the early situation for Foggy a little better.
I think actually it could be Thorzain now being aggressive. But it's also dangerous if you leave your expansion undefended behind and suddenly the Keeper slips in somewhere that you're not aware of. It can be very scary. But he's going to see the Keeper here, who hits level 3 in a moment, as it seems. Ah, there we go, revealing himself.
Yeah, with that, he's forced to stay home. Can the archers creep something in the meantime? I don't think so.
Once again, very obvious sentry placement. Could easily be getting dispelled here once again. In the bottom left, you can go for a farm behind the laboratory. In the top... Wait. Oh, I didn't even realize they changed the map. You remember how the farm on the low ground could reveal?
Yes.
It's not possible anymore.
Yes. I told them. Also, the Magi have the same amount of mana now.
Well, nowadays, I guess, everything has full mana. With the new patches.
So, Thorzain is sending...
A peasant over, yeah.
Peasant over.
Reveal.
What was that scream in the background there?
I don't know, man. People in the hallway are going crazy. So you can still put a farm over there. Okay, I didn't know that. Up on the high ground. But not even using that reveal. But I mean, Fog is fine with this. He may not have done too much damage to the human expansion, but his own expo came up basically at the same time, which is like the dream. And of course, the tech for the Night is always much faster. It's done now, and it's time for the Alchemist, and classic move. Foggy will try to be claiming both merchants here.
Yeah, but he is also not having a Hunter's Haul, so again, the late Mountain Giant build. And on LR, Thorzain might be smart enough to force him into a fight at one of these lanes next to the shops or these choke spots here where the priests were. I think that's a better map to fight against MGs.
Especially, also we see mortar teams here oftentimes being very effective. I'm so surprised at the lack of mortar teams so far today.
Yeah. Thorzain making sure that Foggy is not getting both of these consumables. Greeted with an end snare though. Scroll of the Beast on top of the flute. Oh yeah, baby. Use the Shadow Priest for it. In the end, worth it, I guess.
Yep. That Scroll of the Beast popped at the right time. Can make a difference in a fight. But it's unlikely to see a big fight here erupting before Mountain Giants, which is Foggy's go-to build. Mass archers, mass MGs, and the very late game, a few bears sprinkled in as well. Along with super high-level heroes.
Thank you, Meathy, for the Prime sub. Now the Hunter's Soul. After Nature's Blessing is done, Illusion scouts the progress of Foggy. More mercenaries. Double Shadow Priest. Blacksmith is done, so riflemen are coming. But against Foggy, they don't seem to be so effective without the Dryads.
Oh, this will be a big camp to steal up here. Going for the laboratory. Thorzain sees it, of course, with the farm, but the Magi dies so fast. And the big item will be grabbed up by Foggy. Going for the Zeppelin as well. Trying to evacuate without having to use his TP. There's quite a bit of piercing damage against the Zeppelin, though. Has to be careful.
Nice. One Berserker here. Foggy not dropping the base. But sees the potential. Aiming for that surround with the Book of the Dead, but not happening. But he has to kill that tower. Or cancel that tower. And the Book of the Dead kind of rendered useless. Thorzain is using his forces to kill the Ogre Mauler for big experience.
Oh, might be able to get the guard tower over here. That would be nice, but no. Peasants ready with a repair and tower comes up. So, pretty sturdy bases now, I guess, for Thorzain. He is level 4 very early this game. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Last game, that was much too late, honestly.
Foggy on the way to tier 3, and the lores are ready. Thorzain has massive lumber issues. 1,200 gold.
Yeah. Going for double Sanctum before second hero. Don't you want to start leveling up this MK as quickly as possible? Oh, is he going for Tavern Hero? Oh, no. I don't think that's the right play at all, but it looks like he is. Alchemist second, okay.
Big lead, of course, for Foggy. 2.6 levels ahead. Hood of Cunning, nah. He's pushing this expansion, forcing a town portal.
At the moment, the MGs aren't here. At the moment, this army for Foggy isn't that strong, honestly. Acid Bomb perfectly into everything after the TP.
That was a close save with the Zeppelin on this Alchemist. And the Scroll of the Beast is here. Does he have the power to punch through this tree?
He has to Mass Wisp detonate. And the Wisps are right there. Shouldn't be too hard to do, honestly. Staff away from the Keeper. Oh, but the Alchemist, dude. Scary, scary.
Scroll of the Beast still running.
Foggy, where the detonates?
2/3. Half. Repair instead. 1/3 remaining. Oh, there's taunt now though. Micros against it. Getting rid of the wisps now. But he doesn't have enough damage.
Wow.
Double
Barely
Shadow
holding
Priest
on.
dead. And level 3. TP out. That didn't work. Ooh, he's running out of range. Realize this though.
Well done by Foggy. That looked really scary for a little while, but Foggy with the perfect defense, I guess. Holding on with just barely enough. And now he's got tier 3 ready. Now he's got all these MGs. Soon to be upgraded with Target Skin.
Second red spot for the Ukrainian as well. He is in a leading position here. Cloak of Flames. Okay, I guess. Water Elemental still providing damage. Thorzain comes from the north. Able to flank. Question mark. There's no slow here. No MK. No Sorks. Nothing. And he's still not going tier 3.
This
I feel
is
like
This is just an all-in tier 2 push, I think.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to let this go super late game. Doesn't want to give Foggy 3 bases. Doesn't want to give him 5+ mountain giants. Wisp coming out now for the detonates, but didn't hit too well, honestly.
Good micro against it. Priest still with mana. But acid bomb.
Oh, the peasants were supposed to go up to the gold mine to expand again, I guess, but the camp wasn't taken yet. Not entirely.
Heal scroll and invul. Double heal scroll, actually. But the longer the game goes, the more stone giants Foggy is assembling. And it's getting harder and harder and harder to chew through them. More kills.
Yeah, and now it's so easy to chase when there's no Mountain King. He doesn't have to fear the hero focus at all. No Stone Bolt here to worry about.
Too much damage over time. This is one of those chokes where Mountain Giants really don't shine, but without Blizzard, without Mortars, even without too many rifles, he's not doing anything here. Except dying.
Yeah. Magnificent trades for Foggy over and over. He's not losing anything. And he's finding so many kills. Alchemist, though. Needs to be careful.
That's a big invul. Foggy will not do this mistake and lose it because of that. Aiming for the counter. Alchemist now. Invul as well. Breaks out of the entangle. But is there a staff? There's no staff on Foggy. Also no TP. Staff teleportation is there. Some preservation though. But that's enough. In times with no Mountain King, there's no disable.
And actually this choke is turning out to be working in Foggy's favor. Yeah. There's no getting past these MGs. It's just totally impossible. These archers in the back are completely protected. Foggy still hasn't lost any units here, guys. And now going for the Alchemist with an Entangle. This might be the kill, even without...
Taunt and block. Too much. The last non-CIS player is facing elimination. Foggy is owning the lower bracket and is in the top 3. Hawk stood no chance. Thorzain gave him a big fight on Northern Isles, but not here on Last Refuge. The Swede is out. Again, not qualifying for an offline event. Foggy from lower bracket round 1 into the lower bracket final. 1 series away from Shanghai.
Damn. Looking really impressive today. 2-0 Hawk, 2-0 Thorzain. Before that, 2-0 against Enter as well yesterday. We were asking before this qualifier, what shape is Foggy in? It looks like he's in pretty good shape.
Hell yeah, he is. Like, this was pretty impressive. No mistakes. The Zeppelin drops on Northern Isles. My lord, was that sweet. He has a very solid play. He's not forgetting about anything. He's not denying experience. He has these Gosu moments, as with the Wisps. And these close situations, he's not doing mistakes there as well. Foggy, in this shape, is a threat to everyone that he's facing. He eliminated 2 MTW players as well. He might face a second one if Cash loses the next game, because we will hand out the first ticket to China right away. The winner bracket final is coming up. It's Happy versus Cash, both undefeated. Happy the big favorite going into this tournament. And that will be our next match in a best of 5. The loser will face Foggy with a second chance. If you like what we do here, you beautiful, beautiful 3,200 people, then feel free to leave us a like or leave us a sub. If you really, really like us, you can also hit us up on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, also a Discord server for you to join the community. If you want to catch up with games, we have a YouTube channel where we post every single game that we cast here. Also, you can donate to us via PayPal, cryptocurrency, and credit card via Streamlabs. The link is in the description, and merchandise is there as well as Amazon referral links. Little break to catch a breath. This was exhausting, and then decision time. Happy versus Cash in the winner bracket for Shanghai. Stay tuned.